Today, I'm back with an episode of Better Call Stanz, and this time I brought someone, maybe the only person in the world, who is less qualified to give advice than me. Am I right? My wife, Rochelle. Good to see you.
Wow. That was my fucking introduction.
That was your introduction.
That was rude as fuck, brother. I'm gonna say it.
So if you haven't seen it before, this is Better Call Stanz. I gave you my phone number so that you could call me, you could leave a voicemail, and if I liked your voicemail, I would give you advice. I gave a lot of advice last week. It was very fun, and I thought, what better way to change the game, to get different, than by bringing on a guest to help answer advice. Let's start with, which one do I want? Which one's a good one? Oh, I like this one. We're gonna start with the Noble Thief.
Ooh, I like how you named them.
Hey, Stanz. Love the show.
Thank you.
Kind of struggling with a moral dilemma. I work in asset protection, so I stop people stealing all day.
Hey, me too, brother.
As a former...
You don't work in asset protection and you don't stop people from stealing all day.
I work for an anonymous reporting agency, and we do have government entities use our program so that people can't steal.
What are you talking about? No.
Yes.
It's not asset protection.
Kids
are not assets.
Oh my God. It's not just schools.
As a former thief, I feel a little, like a hypocrite. But I'm also amazing at the job, and it is fun, and I get to fuck around a little bit. So, not really sure what I should do. Any advice?
All right, this is your episode, your show. The first piece of advice: a man works in asset protection, feels weird about it because he's a former thief. What do you think he should do?
Don't steal. It's that easy. Just don't steal.
That's rich. That's fucking rich coming from you.
Okay, what I will say is I remember a certain someone used to work at Hastings, and we had just started dating, and every week at school you'd come in with like a new fucking gamer belt buckle, and every week I'd be like, oh, is that new? Like, I've never seen you wear that. And he'd go like, oh no, I just haven't worn it in a while, blah, blah, blah. I find out years later, chat, been together for 12 years, right? I find out maybe like 7 years in that he stole all of those fucking belt buckles.
You done?
I'm done.
I'm a master thief. I used to steal everything that wasn't fucking locked down. If I wasn't leaving my shift with every single pocket full, then I wasn't doing my job. Yes, I stole. And my advice to this person is don't feel weird about it. You used to steal, you don't steal, now you stop people from stealing. That's fine. You're getting paid. You gotta eat, buddy. I've got no problem with stealing.
Oh my God.
But you know what I do have a problem with? Lying. Being morally inconsistent. Not practicing what you preach. It's interesting that you're telling him not to steal when only one of us has been arrested for stealing.
Okay, first of all, was not arrested.
Excuse me?
I was not arrested.
Oh, sorry. The police showed up and took you off the premises.
That did not happen.
Uh-huh.
The police showed up.
Okay.
And I went home with my parents. And that's what happened.
Your dad who's a cop.
I went with a few girlfriends to Walmart. So we go to Walmart and my friends are like, hey, we like to steal shit. Is there anything that you like in the makeup section that we can steal for you? And I was like, why not? Here's some glitter. There is a secret shopper or a secret security guard that sees my friends.
An asset protection person. The person, that's this guy's job.
This guy's job,
Yeah.
literally this homie sees us all and is like, you're coming with me. And he takes us all to a back room and I'm like, I didn't steal anything. Like, I don't have anything. We never even walked out the door. Like, I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna mute because I have a question for you. You did steal something.
I didn't though.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
Also, I'm not muted.
You're muted.
Oh, you can unmute me.
Oh, you did steal something.
I didn't.
Then why'd you get busted?
Because I was with them. I took the punishment, and the punishment was spending a day with the National Guard and them throwing dirt on us saying, this is what Iraq is like. I am not joking.
Speak to that.
That actually happened. And the guys go, hey, we have our monthly training day this weekend. Do you girls want to join our training day? If you do, we'll give you 12 of your 24 hours. I walked around in like a single file line with other girls and guys just in the middle of the desert. And then there was one point where they told us all to sit down and they literally started throwing dirt on us.
You know what that reminds me of? You being like
Iraq
kids driving a Humvee with the National Guard.
Yeah, what does that remind
you
you
of? We recently watched Superbad, and you know McLovin like goes with the police?
I felt...
You were McLovin.
I truly remember being like, this can't be the real training for the National Guard, right? Like, they have to be fucking with us because we're, you know, kids that are privileged white girls that are here because our dumbasses thought it'd be funny to steal shit from Walmart. And I was thinking, like, this may be what Iraq is like, but I don't feel at all prepared to protect or defend myself. Like,
yeah, that's funny. I can't imagine like the National Guard goes to Iraq for some reason, and then like Iraqis are just throwing dirt at them, and they're like, yeah, thank God for my training.
It was
eyes down.
I mean, and the Humvee part was fun. Like, they were like, yeah, we got a special treat for you guys after they threw dirt on us, right?
Right.
They're like, we have a special treat, a special surprise. And then we walk back to the other side of, you know, we're in the middle of the desert, and there's a fucking Humvee. And I got to drive it.
So what is your advice for our hero here? He used to steal things, now he works in asset protection.
Well, I don't know what the dilemma is. I don't think, the only dilemma is if you want to steal something.
If someone had been doing their job well when he was a young thief, he might have been busted and his life could have been bad. He doesn't want to arrest himself. Isn't that the dilemma? I assume, that's what I feel.
It's up to you, right? Like, if it's like food, maybe let them have the food. If it's a bunch of rich white girls stealing makeup, send their asses to the office and let them do fucking training with the National Guard for
Rochelle is a crab in a bucket. She says if there's other 16-year-old white girls stealing makeup, I want them to experience National Guard training.
I want them to have the experience I did, where it shows you your privilege for a hot minute and you realize, yeah, I can afford makeup. I don't know why I'm stealing. Also, you know, now I have at least one training day with the National Guard under my belt.
That's cool. You got a funny story. You ready for number 2?
I'm ready for number 2.
This one I think is good for you.
Anything
I picked this one because it's primed for you.
Oh God.
Because it's about confidence. You're a very confident person.
I am a very confident person.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, Stanz? What's up, chat? I was just wondering, what is your advice for talking to people and, you know, not being so awkward and flustered and stuff? Because, you know, you're a pretty big streamer. You have a lot of interaction with chat and other streamers. Never really see you get... can't think of the word. You're never really awkward in talking. You're always, you know, super confident and stuff. And I'm wondering, do you have any tips on helping other people become more confident when talking to other people? Thanks, Stanz. Love the stream. Love the content. Peace out.
Wow, great question. I am obviously a golden god, super confident, super handsome, super funny, super eloquent, and this person wants to know how to be more like me. Rochelle, how do you think they can be more like me?
Get a fucking confident, goated wife. Because I will tell you, this guy in high school was not the most confident kid. This guy,
I've always been the same level of confidence.
You are a totally different person on stream than you are in person.
Oh, totally. I'm not confident in real life. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't saying I was confident then. I'm saying I'm still not confident now.
It's actually crazy. Like, I've had friends and family members be like, is Nathan always like this? Like, we've never seen him like this. And they have known him for 12 years. I get my confidence from being unabashedly unembarrassed. Like, I just don't, like, the
Mizkif.
True. We're all people and we're all doing our best. And I feel like if you just say it and mean it and spray it, and if it's bad, immediately fucking apologize and actually, you know, say it with conviction.
I want you to realize 2 things. Okay. One, your first advice was get a wife, which is absurd. That's absurd. Oh, you're not confident? Get a wife. How do you meet women?
Get a confident wife.
Yeah, get a confident wife. And number 2, your advice was to someone who lacks confidence was be confident. If you're not confident, say things confidently.
In order to be confident, you have to come in with unabashed, like, fear of embarrassment. Like, that
is what confidence is, not being scared. You're just using another way to say be confident. You are a confident person, which is why you're struggling to give advice here.
Talk to your trusted friends.
Okay.
And, like, piggyback off them. Like, I get a lot of my confidence from having great, open, honest relationships with a key group of best friends. And those best friends, like, we pump each other up. We give each other, you know, we celebrate our successes. We cry with each other's failures or hard times. And having that core group of people to, like, as a support system, to just know that they've got my back helps me just fucking ball out.
You can probably rely on them for, like, even asking questions. Hey, is this a normal thing? Should I say this? Should I say that? Hey, I'm going for a job interview or I'm going on a date. What is a normal thing? I think having friends could be nice about that.
Just get a wife and close friends.
Yeah, just get a wife and close friends. That is tough. Real advice. You don't need to actually be confident. You just have to do things that make you seem confident. I am not a confident person and I still live stream. One thing that I would suggest everyone do is read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And you will realize that no one gives a shit and that they just want to hear themselves talk. And so all you have to do is just say like, hey, remember Ford? We taught you guys Ford last week. What was it? Friends, occupation, relationships. I can't remember any of it. But just talk about those things and let them talk.
Did I
get a wife and be confident.
Get a confident wife.
I don't care if you're a woman.
Get a confident
I don't
wife.
give a shit about anything.
If you just get a wife, that's not going to help the
confident.
confidence. You gotta, well, maybe it will, but confident wife is the key there.
Hey, Stanz, how's it going? Anyway, my girlfriend gets really upset with me when I put a few tablespoons of salt onto my Fruit Loops or other cereal. She tells me it's disgusting and she won't let me eat it in bed while we watch videos because of how grossed out she gets. I was wondering how you and Rochelle worked this same exact issue out. Did you just use less salt, or what was the solution you guys came up with? I'd really appreciate an answer. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. When I was trying to convince Rochelle that was normal, I would start with a teaspoon and I would pretend it was sugar. I was like, oh, just adding a little extra sugar, and then you can move your way up from a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons, get up. Once you eventually get to a tablespoon, you never have to tell her that it's salt. Just tell them it's sugar, and then they might say like, oh, you shouldn't have so much sugar, and you go, thank you for always looking out for me, and then you just move on.
See, here's the thing. Let's also run it back and like really listen to what he just said, right? Active listening. He said his girlfriend gets mad when he does this and gets grossed out. But what I really think is happening is she is worried about your fucking physical health. Because if you're putting spoonfuls of salt into an already sugary bowl of cereal, you are going to die young, my friend.
Hey, if someone can't live with you at your saltiest, they don't deserve you at your sweetest, chat. Remember that. If you like something that other people might think are weird and they're not willing to handle it, even though it doesn't affect them in the slightest, you know what? Maybe break up with your girlfriend.
Dude, ask his arteries how he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
He sounds like,
ask
what,
his blood
20 years
pressure how
old?
he's
I think
doing.
he's good.
For now,
Yeah.
you keep that shit up, brother, you are going to die.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Let's give him advice that's not about salt and
Okay,
for
so
your
let's say
arteries.
my girlfriend doesn't like when I put a bunch of ranch dressing on my pizza. That's also unhealthy.
Yeah, but
Sure.
it's delicious.
Okay, fair. So like, what would your advice be?
My advice would be to just talk to her. Like, why does this make you so upset? And my guess, again, is the answer is
Okay, we'll role play
because
that.
you're gonna die.
You're the guy and I'm the girlfriend.
I'm the guy?
Yeah, you're the
Okay.
guy.
I've got heaping spoonfuls of salt, and I'm throwing them on there. Oh, yummy. I can't wait to eat my salty cereal.
Babe, you know how much I hate that.
But why?
You know my father died in the salt mines.
You're right, babe. I'm really sorry. I should have thought about how my actions were affecting you in our relationship.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
See, that's exactly how it goes. I'm sure that her father died in the salt mines. Hey, good advice.
Thanks, man. We're crushing today.
Hey, Stanz. I'm a clinical mental health counselor, and I was looking for advice on how to leave work at work, and when I leave work, be able to just move on from work. If you have anything that would help, I would really appreciate it. Thanks.
So I thought this was a good one because you work a high-stress job. Your job has a lot of kids who are talking about suicide or shooting people and things like that.
True.
How do you leave work at work? How does this person leave work at work? What's the word?
I mean, it's definitely different because I see the tips and the incidents come in, but I'm not actively like talking to them.
Sure.
And because he is an actual mental health counselor, that already tells me that like he is a very empathetic person. He really cares about the people that he's helping. And so I can understand as an empath how hard that is to like separate. But, you know, at the end of the day, you have to, I guess what I would say is you have to remember that in order to be your best at work and helping others, you first have to be the best at helping yourself. So if you go home and you are just, you know, thinking about, oh, you should have done this better or said that better or gotten them help faster, you're only going to make yourself spiral out of control. And ultimately, you're not going to show up and be the best that you can be. So take time for self-care, honey. It's good for you and it will be good for them.
I've never left work at work a day in my life.
Actually, he hasn't. That was part of the reason he became a full-time streamer.
Which is why I needed the least Not stressful, but a job that has the least amount of impact on other people in the world. Because if I was a fireman, my life would be so stressful and hard.
If you were a fireman, I love that.
Okay, well, I'm also very fit and handsome now as a streamer.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't think I could be that much stronger as a fireman.
Hey, Connor, what's up? No, we haven't gotten your voicemail yet.
Oh, Connor's here. Let's play Connor's
He's
question.
Hey, Stanz, big fan here. My name's Connor. I just wanted to ask a quick question. Big fan of watching for a while. What's up with your Mario Kart gameplay?
I'm sorry?
I was paying attention a couple days ago, and it was just not up to par.
Well, I mean, who knows what par is, right?
And I was just a little confused as a viewer of yours. Big fan of the esports content, but how could you not succeed in that game with all your knowledge? I don't know. It was just a little confusing to me as a viewer. I just wanted to pick your brain for it. I've been thinking about it for a couple of days now, and I'm very thankful that this hotline has opened up for me to pose the question. Thanks for having me, thank you for being so awesome. XQCL.
So here's the thing. Do we judge a fish by their ability to climb a tree? I'm sorry, Connor. I only play the good Mario Kart game, Mario Kart 64, and catch me at Moo Moo Acres, Moo Moo Farm, Moo Moo Ranch. Shit, I don't know the name of the map. There's a reason they call me Nathan Neverlast Stanz, and it has nothing to do with sex. It's because I have never gotten last in a Mario Kart race in my life.
On behalf of my husband, I'm sorry if he embarrassed you during that Mario Kart race, because I mean, you seem like a day one, you seem like a true friend, you seem like a fan of the stream, besties with Lud, we love that. And I just hope he never let you down. So hopefully, maybe he just needs some lessons.
I reached out to, so you know Eamon Gaiman.
I do know Eamon Gaiman.
Eamon Gaiman used to be a competitive Mario Kart player. And so I got invited to this tournament a couple hours before, and I hadn't played Mario Kart since I was like 12 or something.
Okay.
And so I downloaded the game, and I called up Eamon Gaiman. And he said, okay, like what karts do you have unlocked? And I said, I'm downloading the game. And he said, oh no. And that was his only advice.
You gotta get better, babe, so that we can compete.
Yeah, I'm very good at Mario Kart now.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
He says he's doing two things at once right now.
Yeah,
I don't know
on
what that
call
means,
with
Connor.
Yum Father and listening to Stanz.
Oh, cute. Very nice. I thought it was something else. Glad it's that. Way more wholesome.
Did you think it was masturbating?
I thought he was masturbating to you, babe.
You thought he was masturbating. Like we're giving advice and he's just out there masturbating.
Like he saw you and he was like, you know what, Stanz is just too handsome, I can't.
Yo, what up, Stanz? My name's Tree. My question, I'm looking for some advice because fucking college sucks.
True.
I really don't want to keep doing it, and I'm
You
actually
almost quit.
been working at this job for only 2 months, and I'm already being trained to become a manager straight out of high school, and I kind of just want to drop out. And I was going for...
So I'm going to stop it right now. What's your first thought?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't drop out.
Don't drop out. Okay, now I'm going to play the end of it. Because I thought the same thing until I heard this last part. 1 second.
drop out. And I was going for a film degree anyway, so it's useless no matter what. That's just pretty much it. Thanks.
Here's my 2 cents.
Give me your 2 cents.
Here's my 2 cents. Mm-hmm. We live in a world built on systems.
This is like the intro to The Matrix.
Specifically in the United States. And I can tell you that I have seen how well the system works if you play the game. Mm-hmm. Is it fair? No. Can you live a more comfortable life? Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think it is important, if you can get a college degree, you have that privilege and that opportunity to do it, you should do it, because you don't want to get your job taken over by a robot later and or make less money. I mean, these are just like facts. Like, I'm serious.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that someone with a film degree, someone who might want to be a director or a screenwriter, that job is going to be taken by robots in enough of a relative future that he will lose his job?
No, he won't, because he'll have a degree and robots maybe at this point can't make film. But it's not even about the film. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Our country is in the shitter. So anything that you can do to set yourself up to live a more comfortable life in a shitty fucking systemic country, like, do it. There are lots of people who wish they could go to college. I'm not saying that you should do it because of that, but I'm saying any degree is better than no degree if you live in the United States.
Gates. Zuckerberg.
You fucker.
Other people. Didn't go to college and did just fine. I do not think you should get a film degree. I think you currently have a job. You're getting trained to be a manager. It doesn't even matter if you stay there. If you are going to stay in college, you gotta change your degree. If you want to be in film, then don't get the film degree. Go get some film experience. Go be a PA. Go hold a boom mic.
But PAs aren't gonna hire you if you don't have a fucking degree.
Of course they are. I do think that a college degree is valuable. I think that while the robots aren't going to take over in the next few years, college degrees are valuable in other ways, but I don't think a film degree necessarily is going to be that much more valuable than you working right now. You could also work right now, potentially get trained to be a manager, and go back to college in the future.
True. And I'll also say, because I saw people in the chat talking about trade jobs, that when I say college, I take it any education. If you can get yourself trained, whether that's, through manual labor or that's through, traditional education, do it. Because at the end of the day, it is going to come down to what your experience is and what your education level is. I will say that I tend to hire people based more on their experience than where they went to school. But unfortunately, most companies won't even look at you unless you have a college degree. So it really just depends on what you want to do. You almost dropped out. What made you not drop out? Your first year. Remember when I broke up with you and you were heartbroken and...
Oh, sorry. That's what it was. Yeah, the one, I had no light in my life. I was like Teddy Roosevelt. I wrote an X in my diary.
You did, dude. Listening to Counting Crows telling me, I think I'm going to drop out.
Hey, sad boy hours, It
was cute.
Yeah, I think everyone has like thoughts in their first year of college of like, man, this isn't for me. High school was so easy and now I'm a smaller fish in a bigger pond and all these things happen.
True.
What really made me not want to drop out is my life was insanely easy and I just played League of Legends.
Yeah. Here's the thing. C's get degrees. You don't have to be excellent at school, right? Like, you don't have to be a fucking superstar. Companies don't even look at your fucking transcript. Like, all they want to know is you have a college degree. That's why I'm saying the film degree to me doesn't even matter, because just having a degree puts you ahead. I would say don't drop out, but like Stanz did, just skate on by and make the most of it.
Don't skate on by if you're going to get a film degree.
No, well, change
your majors or drop out.
We will say that.
That's what I say. You can always work on film in the background.
No.
Yeah.
I do think that if you don't know what the fuck you want to do, if you're like a high school kid or you are a previous college dropout and you're thinking, hey, I need to go back to school, you literally can't go wrong with a business degree. You can get any job with a business degree. You can work in film with a business degree. You can work with kids like I do with a business degree. You can fucking stream all day on the internet with no degree.
True.
So,
Don't be a streamer. Unless you're friends with a bigger streamer. I would never recommend this to anyone because it's so hard to get started. I think it's impossible.
I remember when we first moved to San Francisco 6-7 years ago.
Long time.
Long time ago. And he streamed every single day for at least 3 hours to 5 to 10 people. And that was with me having all 3 computers on so that he could get
I definitely didn't stream every
viewers.
day, but I streamed like 4 days a week for sure. Yeah. To no one. To literally no one.
And he did that for years.
I did that for 6 months.
And then Ludwig came into the play, and Ludwig was like, yo, I want to be like you. Or what was the...
Ludwig wanted H-Rock to give him a job at Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just streaming for fun. And Nathan said to me, he looked at me and he was like, this kid is going to be big. Like, he's another ASU Andy. Because I was like, he's another fucking white guy from ASU. Like, who needs another white guy from ASU streaming? And he was like, no, I'm telling you, this kid is going to make it. And literally within like 6 months, he went from like 500 viewers to 1,200
He went from like 50 viewers to like 1,200 viewers. Then he went to so many.
It was crazy. But you know what? Ludwig has a fucking degree in English and communication. So he used all of his networking opportunities at school to like help him get better.
What?
Yeah, he did.
What network opportunities did he use?
He reached out to you guys, his ASU alumni, to see if he could get a job at the biggest gaming company in the country.
And he didn't. Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Are you going to keep streaming?
Yeah, I'm going to keep streaming for a little bit.
All right, what are you going to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do, chat? I said I was going to play Dark Souls in my tweet, but I could do anything. We could get fucking brazy with it.
I mean,
we did a stand show. We did an interview. We did... Unplug. Here. Oh, my God. Relax for a second.
I'm always relaxed. Okay, that's not true.
Rochelle moves too quickly. I tell her that every day.
I don't know how to relax.